Jayson, this year it just feels like you guys there's always like some traps along the way in an NBA season, right? There's guys out, whatever, you play down to the competition a little bit. Last year it seems like you guys kind of didn't do that, and this year it feels like you might be falling into some of that. Is that happening, and why is that happening?
I mean, I don't want to blame why we lost today on it being a trap game. Everybody plays 82 games. Everybody travels. Everybody plays back-to-backs. So don't want to use that as an excuse. Just observation that we got to be better in all areas of the game. Especially didn't really watch film. We will tomorrow probably, but just kind of thinking back on what happened throughout the game. Down the line, everybody, we just got to be better.
Jayson, in the last 15 games, you guys are 8-7. Overall, you're fourth in defense, but in fourth quarter defense, you're ranked 26th. What, by your estimation, is kind of the root cause of that, and what's your responsibility there?
I think, partly sometimes our offense, whether it's our spacing, whether, we're not shooting as well as we want to. Tonight we had a lot of turnovers. I did, in particular. All those things play a part, and our defense needing to be better.
Jayson, the threes weren't really falling for you guys tonight. It feels like you guys have had more of those inefficient three-point nights this year than you did last year. What have you seen that's been going into that? Is it just a slump? Is it execution? Is it defenses pressuring you guys more? What do you think's got into that?
I think just part of the season. Probably spurts. We shoot the ball better, and some spurts that we don't. As long as we take the right ones more often than not, believe in our ability and whoever's shooting the ball with confidence.
You don't often respond to criticism, public criticism, but on Instagram you went back at Brandon Jennings a little bit. What made you kind of clap back at him for calling you the softest superstar in Celtics history?
I don't know. Had some time yesterday.
Was there something about that particularly bothered you?
No. I wasn't mad. I just had some time yesterday.
And then you won a title last year. You probably think, a lot of the criticism is going to go away. People aren't going to question me anymore. And then you go to the Olympics. Obviously, you had that experience there. And then you've heard some things. Obviously, you saw what Brandon Jennings said. How have you reacted to just the way that's gone? And were you surprised that, all the noise didn't go away, that you didn't answer those questions last year?
Surprised, no. I think it comes with being one of the best players in the league, and the more you accomplish, the more it gives people opportunity to nitpick at things. If I wasn't who I was or at a certain status, people would probably not talk about me as much. But it's not. I'm not the first superstar in league history to deal with this. It comes with it.
Just piggybacking off of that, initially, Joe said that he showed you and Jalen the timeline of another superstars, the criticism and the commentary they received at each stage of their career. Did that help to put it into perspective of, like you said, okay, the best players go through this, even when sometimes the commentary can be ridiculous and not rooted in reality?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's just. I guess it helps seeing it, put things in perspective. It's nothing that I didn't already know. You have the internet. You can look at some of the ridiculous takes that people on TV have said about some of the best players to play this game that didn't necessarily age well. And, when you see some of the comments that they made about certain guys and how their careers turned out, you just got to laugh. It's I guess, part of the journey.
And then regarding a night like tonight, when the offense is putting pressure on the defense and just kind of feels like the spiral, especially with the success they're having on the offensive glass in the second half, what is the hardest part about just breaking that cycle and building some momentum?
I think just the team being comfortable. You let guys in the NBA play a quarter or a first half or 3 quarters being super comfortable. Those possessions become a lot tougher to get stops when you need necessarily everything to try to go the right way. And now they're feeling really good about themselves.
Last question to Gary.
Jayson, the third quarter you referred to the turnovers. Like, how do you break through when you're not as crisp as you like personally, when the passes aren't quite where they need to be? How do you become yourself again?
Don't get discouraged. Played this game for a very, very long time. Just gotta stick with it. Some nights are tougher than others. And, turnovers were not making excuses for him at all. Gotta take care of the ball. Especially just live ball turnovers really hurt you. But just gotta stick with it and, move on to the next play.